Alrighty, video log number 9. Fun fact, this is my 4th time trying to do this, so hopefully this time it will actually work. As far as the hierarchy activity went last week, it was very eye-opening. The entire experience made me feel some type of way, to be 100% honest. I was a little frustrated throughout the entire process. There were times where I wasn't really fully comfortable with what was occurring, but in all honesty of things, reality is reality, and it was pretty reasonable and sad to say it is what it is. The lineup of what pretty much our whole grouping went was Caucasian male, of able-bodied and then higher socioeconomic status, down to female, Caucasian female, which is then based off of it was Caucasian male based off of income status, religion, and then it was female based off of income status and religion, and then it was kind of divvied up more so as social image as far as females went, and then after Caucasian female it went to African American male, socioeconomic status, and then female, African American female, socioeconomic status. Since we're all in college, I'm assuming that education is pretty much taken out. But as far as social identities, the only ones that we really pinpointed were body size and image, socioeconomic status, religion, and then it was race, of course, ethnicity. We could have definitely touched on a lot of broader spectrums. We definitely could have gone into able-mindedness, able-bodied, because that wasn't really much of an issue to really address. I felt we really got lost in the aspect of, I would say, popularity versus power, and then we tried to find, I guess, hero figures or examples to fit those situations when things didn't necessarily turn out the way that we expected. For example, Obama was brought up, LeBron James, Sammy Watkins. As far as the African American population, determine where we might fit in, but overall, it was just why should we have to find a hero figure to, pretty much make our own personal worth worthy or valuable. And the thing is, it's just that pretty much how society views people. We rank ourselves and we pretty much create a hierarchy of worth based off of race and ethnicity, and then we base it off of socioeconomic class, and then we base it off of sexual orientation, etc., etc., etc. And there's just a list of things that we categorize and separate ourselves by on a day-to-day basis. And it's sad because it stops you from actually getting to know people. It allows you to collude to stereotypes, and it just allows you to accept the way that society views us. And after a matter of time, you end up believing these stereotypes yourself, and you end up living by them, you end up practicing them, you end up teaching them, and it's just a never-ending cycle that goes on from generation to generation, and from person to person, decade to decade, etc., etc., etc. Overall, I hope it's obvious that I do not care for the way that the activity went, and I don't care for the way that society views people. I don't care for the way that society views race. We pretty much dealt with the idea that oppression has no hierarchy, and as true as that is, I feel that still it has to be addressed somewhere. It has to stop somewhere. It has to be broken down in some aspect. We're all oppressed in some way or another, but the truth is, how can we make oppression equitable? How can we at least find a common ground in which everybody feels comfortable, at least from a general setting? But that's a question I don't really have the answer to. So hopefully one day I can find it, or somebody will find it for us. Finally, how can I use this activity and implement it as far as teaching dialogues or facilitating dialogue? I would say that it'll give me an opportunity to just realize that people are people. I've realized this for a long time. I'm pretty aware of all of that. But just, opening my eyes a little bit more to the fact that we all have social identities that create stigmas for us in society. Whether they be that's just something we have to overcome and to learn to pretty much just block that out when we're getting to understand who people are and we're talking about situations. We've all been oppressed in some way or another, in somehow, some shape or form. So, I think it's good or not necessarily threatened or attacked. That's the major thing, because that was something that I felt like really impressed in the fact I felt the targets were really well